So we're going to build up to copyright bubbles. It is delightful, adorable. Just a reminder for everyone as well, follow me on and do the things. If you can help out, that's awesome. It's still awesome. Please feel free to share it or not. Just, whatever, do the things. We're going to go and hang out with Bubbles, the radical fungus movement.
Everything's set up. Good morning, King Color. Just getting my chat set up. There we go. No costume today. Just me. I was a little late because I was watching someone else stream over on Twitch. Antipodium Squid. I love their streams. I especially love the of the game they were playing, Final Fantasy Final Fantasy X. Just like always my favorite. Alright, got my tablet set up with the chat. Well, hang on, the sound's not on, which means I'm not clicked on over to the application. There we go. Should have everything set up. Yeah, it's time to go talk to our alien boyfriend. I think he's going to be more receptive now that we saved his mentor, the Moshai. Yeah, King Color, I don't know if you hang out on Twitch or anything. You could always... I highly recommend Anapodium Squid. They're great. They do not like variety content. They were playing Final Fantasy X right now, just having a chill stream. You know, they'll cover like usually like quackery, woo medicine, and just like any kind of like weird woo videos, especially spirit science. I enjoy their spirit science content. And since they're in Australia, they'll cover like Australian politics and stuff, which is interesting to see, like politics from across the globe. All right, oh, that's the face remaker. So we just rescued the Moshai.
Just need to rest up a bit while I recover my strength.
She's mad that we didn't destroy the base. She's mad that I was okay with us just releasing the
I'm in the tech lab, Pathfinder.
Ooh. He's calling to me. And of course Joel's gonna be happy because I sided with him. Hey, the Rational Dove, how you doing? Follow me from Squiddy's stream. I hope your morning is going well. That's a nice surprise to see Squid streaming today, like early this morning. Let's see, what we got? Mental wellness. Given recent events, it seems like a good time to refresh you on Andromeda Initiative's mental wellness program. This states that mental disorders are real. Stress, PTSD, anxiety, and depression are not just being tired or making something out of nothing. They are complex conditions that require proper attention and care. Relatable. At some point, your colleagues have likely experienced the same feelings, regardless of those around you. Regardless, those around you are supportive and sympathetic to what you're going through. Treatable. Come on, princess. I know you want to come up. Come on. Hey, good morning, lessons learned. Yep, the robe is back. Yeah, because I didn't have it put on any clothes yet. And I definitely don't want to, stream all TOS-y against TOS. Lessons learned, a message from the devs about their bosses. Yeah. Oh, that's so true. For those who are not familiar with the, game development, especially particularly in like AAA studios and stuff, is riddled with a lot of crunch and abuse and exploitation of their workers. BioWare had Jason Schreier did a couple of exposés on some of BioWare's games and just the conditions they would describe. The fact that some people had to take essentially PTSD time away from the studios, like months at a time, and then people having to duck into offices and lock themselves in there to have a cry. That's not a very good place to work. That's not conducive to the creative process. Hi, Princess, come on up. Or did you finally decide it's ooh, now you're streaming. Now you want to go outside? Hi. I love you. Yes, I do. Yeah, that's the mood, though. Yep, so treatable. A broken leg takes special treatment, rest, and adjusted workload to properly heal. Mental disorders are no different and can be alleviated. There we go. Alleviated with medication, therapy, and support. Come by MedBay if you have any questions. So that's actually kind of a good thing that they have that in mind. Also, actually, I just realized I probably didn't even turn on the mods, so now the mods are on. Crap. We keep going. It should be fine. Yeah, I wish my work had that. My work is very emotional.
You know what we saw back there, right?
Krogan Daddy.
This isn't good, Ryder. The
Hey,
Archon's
Daddy, I'm down here.
dangerous. I've seen people like him before.
Hey, Dad. I'm not up there. Down here.
He's definitely dangerous. So dangerous, I'm not sure we're ready to deal with him.
Take him out. All we need is a plan. From where I
there we
stand,
go.
the Archon thinks he knows what's best for us. Problem is, he can follow through on it. That exaltation the Kett do, it turns people into slaves.
He can do that to us. He has that power.
Someone like him
No.
you take out
Power,
fast and
I'd say more
hard.
like
Get the
technology.
leader, the rest will follow. Honestly, drop a nuke on his head, blow up a sun if you have to. Take the collateral damage.
So.
There's better ways to stop him than brute force.
Maybe, but I'm not gonna let
that
an
was
enemy
kind
get
of a
close
lame
enough to
response.
pry
That's
my
not what
plates
I
open
wanted to
and
say.
go for the soft kill. You don't mess around with this kind of thing. Ends badly each and every time.
Another galaxy and there are still despots. When I was on security duty at the relay, colonies were attacked all the time. We trained the colonists and they started fighting back. Raiders didn't expect that.
The Angara already know how to fight. But the Archon, he's got an army to back up his crazy.
No, we don't have an army. That's bullshit right there. Vilamo, the horny, commences. Oh yeah.
We're the new variable here. He can't predict what we'll do.
That is an advantage so long as we play it right. You keep thinking about how you want to handle this.
We'll only get one real chance at it, won't we?
Yep, so when we take him down, let's make sure he stays down.
Yeah. He's not in his casual wear, so I forgot to turn the mods on. For those who don't know how the mods work, for like the Frostbite engine, you have to use like a separate application to launch the games. The Tech Lab, so that's...
I'm in the galley when you're free.
Yeah, I just talked to you. Oh. It's like both my would-be love interests want to talk to me. Did you want to say something else? Invite me out to dinner, you say? Or lunch or breakfast?
Hey.
Oh.
Now that we've been digging, it's clear you were right about Spender.
Guy like that'll do anything to get ahead. Just wonder how far he went.
Okay, I don't think
Got any
he's
stories or
gonna
advice
really
to share?
have anything different to say.
Does a pie jack scratch its butt?
Tell me more about fighting Kett.
Shoot stuff and don't die. Always works for me.
We can talk more later.
Sure.
Joel's gonna be up here.
You have AVP outstanding, Pathfinder.
Yeah. Something more important has come up. There we go.
Jal?
Sexy.
Thank you for checking. But I'm all right.
Don't know if I would be.
I have to be. How else do we go on?
Hi. Aw.
You know?
I may seem tough, but I have a good shoulder.
That's kind. You're kind. I really miss my family at times like these. Are you close to your family?
You talk about family a lot.
Really?
I mean, I could go take you to your family.
I guess it's just part of our culture. Our families are large, and we share our parents with the community. We all have many mothers.
My family's small.
And are you close?
I was. Am. My mom and dad are dead. My sister's really sick. She's on the Nexus. I'm kind of an orphan at the moment.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well,
Duggo, yep.
this random collection of Tempest oddballs can feel like family sometimes.
Yeah. I never really felt I had a purpose. But here, I do.
What about the Resistance?
My place in the Resistance is not what I'd like.
But that kid on Aya looked up to you.
Sure. But you are going to do something important, Ryder. I feel it. This is where I should be.
I'm gonna be doing something important. It's gonna be you, Joel. Yep. I mean, he is part of an empire, so there will be others coming after him. Yeah. Well, yes and no. Yes, the implication at the end it is. Just someone else is gonna take his place. No, because BioWare's not gonna continue this series. Okay, I'm gonna work on some video editing. Okay, you'll be looking. No problem. Cool. Are you working on like stream stuff, or are you working on like edited video and stuff? Like an edited video with like pre-recorded stuff. Hey, good morning, the Mannequin. How are you doing? Hope you're well. Gonna start flirting with Joel here. Glad to have you here. So this is like the BFF thing. I think this might be a holdover from like where Joel was sort of kind of like not pansexual, and then he was added in later to be romanceable by male writers. I'm not entirely sure why they changed it. If they ran out of time, I feel like it's more of like they ran out of time and they don't want to admit to like properly script like the animations for a male and a male Joel romance, because I like messing around with save editors and stuff. There are some issues when you replace a taller character for a shorter one.
I like having you around. Specifically you.
Because of my skill and knowledge?
I mean,
Not really.
Because you enjoy spending time with me as much as I do with you.
You do?
You're fascinating. So bold, yet mysterious. So odd.
you're quirky.
Thanks.
That's what he's trying
And
to
I
say.
mean it.
Aw, hey, come back. We're not done.
There's always more to say and to learn, isn't there?
More about you.
Can I ask you a few more questions?
Of course. If I can answer them, I will.
Okay, see, so now he starts opening up and we can learn about him.
Did you always want to be a fighter? Did you study anything particular in school?
Assuming they have schools.
No. I don't like to talk about it.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I'm not a fighter. Not
Joel.
really.
I mean, Joel
The
is.
Kett occupation creates
There,
chaos.
there are species
So
where
our
they're
education
emotional.
is
They're very
chaotic.
open with their emotions. So if he
I'm not
finds you
really
interesting
anything,
and is attracted to you, he's
but-
going to tell you.
That's an excuse. The truth is, I don't know what I want. Yet. For my life. At my age. I hope being here will
I don't remember
inspire
how old
me.
he's supposed to be. I have to look it up. But I think I feel like I relate to that. Even at 34, I don't know what the hell I want for my life.
Can you tell me about your family?
Other than
assuming you have one.
not live in poverty.
Sit down. This will take time. Is someone bringing us snacks and drinks?
Whoa, your family's that big?
I have one true mother, Sahuna, and more than 5 additional mothers,
Yep.
and many siblings, and cousins, all raised together. Our families constantly change and evolve. Relationships come.
Yeah,
And
see,
they
so they
go.
live in like a weird
My father
harem,
is
like
gone.
colonial style,
Or killed by the Kett.
like family.
We never found his body.
Oh. Might have been transformed.
My dad died on our first mission here. I didn't know him as well as I could have, I guess.
I think I was close to mine, yet maybe
Oh,
close has
so-
a different meaning for humans. Something to learn, I guess. Anything else you want to ask?
Joel is 27, and of course, assuming that they also have the same like mental development at certain ages, then he should be. I assume it's also the equipped mental faculties of a 27-year-old. Let's see, the Pathfinder. How old are they supposed to be? So blah blah. Background. Oh, time to Google it. Okay. Writer ages. Yep. I get writer Paw Patrol. I type in writer ages. That's a fact. Oh, okay, so my writer's supposed to be 22. Mannequin, like a shared communal polycule. Yeah, that's actually how they live. But we don't really get to learn very much about it in terms of, is it like always just one male to many females? Or is there like, not maybe a communal of like either like siblings maybe, or just multiple families living together in terms of like maybe multiple like males and females in the same household as like the older generation? Like, that's not explained, and that's also something I didn't like about this, is it doesn't really which might lend me to believe that maybe it's the gay romance between these two is tacked on. Is like, it's never explored, like, what does homosexuality mean in their culture? Like, is it looked down upon? Is it cool? And how does one also become like a head of a family? And like, do they stay within the same family? Do they like split off and make their own household and get many wives? What would that mean to a writer being, to them not being able to procreate? Actually, it doesn't matter which one you actually go with, male or female. Joel's not going to be able to procreate with either one of them. It seems matriarchal. The mothers take a precedent. Yeah. In most cases, it's being the eldest. Yeah. It usually is, like, the older person. I'm going to put this over here so when I look at it, it actually tucked towards the microphone. Yeah, so it is, like, a lot of it does seem to be probably to do with age. Although it does seem like, it doesn't seem like the women are subservient. That's something that I will say. Even if it is like a sort of like a, one male to many females, it doesn't seem like they're very subservient. It's more like they're, cat. Like, man, I'm gonna step on this. No, cat, get off the tablet, please. It's like, no, it's warm. Grr, mad. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it's a subservient thing, like a harem.
Do Angara plan their futures?
I call it a harem because it's
dream
usually
about
a
what you want to
reference to
accomplish?
like harem animes.
You put plan and dream in the same question.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. You meant to do that. Angara thirst for now. We don't strive to make the future better. We strive because the present is lacking.
That's actually like a good take. I'm gonna repeat that.
Do Angara plan their futures? Do you dream about what you want to accomplish?
You put
I get it. That probably does sound silly
dream
to like an alien.
in the same question.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. You meant to do that.
Yeah.
Angara thirst for now.
Play, huh?
We don't strive to make the future better. We strive because the present is lacking.
Yeah, it's honestly like
enough
the
about
best
that.
way to like live.
I'll see you later, Joel.
In the present.
Stay
Try to work
strong
to make
and
the
clear.
present better. All right, who else do we have? Hi, PV. What's your take on all of this?
Ryder, exaltation? I never imagined we were fighting Angara.
They're no longer Angara. The Kett changed them into something else. That's the atrocity.
We have to stop the Archon, whatever he's up to. The more we learn, the more I realize how much bigger than me this all is. It's humbling.
I'm not gonna pick that up.
Thanks for chatting.
It's usually
We'll
like
talk
the
again
same
later.
option.
You know it.
Teehee, am I a flirt? Because I'm a blue lady. Oops, the strike team. Oh, a bunch of them are back. So, as you can see, for those who've missed in the previous streams, I've named them I named the strike teams really silly names that are very on brand for me. Okay. Matter. Doesn't seem like I can equip them here. Just get a bunch of junk.
Going through the readouts from the Kett facility, I've never seen such advanced genetic technology. Frankly, it's light years ahead of our capabilities.
I ran across another memory fragment. Dad made Sam for Mom, to cure her. I knew that was part of it, but...
You didn't know it was the driving force?
he gave up everything trying to save her.
You didn't realize how important his family was to him?
I guess not.
Maybe that's what he wanted you to see.
I'll let you get back to it.
I'll be here if you need me.
It feels weird that Lexi serves as my person to bounce off the memories that I see. I don't really share it with anyone else. Nope, I don't want to buy that. Now, this is what the store looks like when it's unmodded. It's just kind of lame. Okay. Oh, I keep forgetting these reward things are a thing. So how many? Okay, I got one cryopod. What perk do I want to go with? Lab technicians. I think I wanted to go down the approved development and then go down this way so that I can get the innovation one. Yes. Well, start buying stuff because it's going to be really expensive without the mods on it. Let's see what Cora has to say about all these events. And lessons learned, the Kett bargain bin reapers. Yeah, they're bargain bin reapers.
They're just
and
conquerors
Borg.
or slavers. The Kett turn everything you are to their advantage. Worst kind of enemy. The one that makes you fight your own people.
That's what Jaal faces every day, now that we know the truth.
Friends.
I mean,
neighbors,
it's slightly different than
all
what
changed.
the Reapers
And
do,
they're
but yeah, pretty
loyal
much
to what
similar
changed them.
enough to where it
This
just
is really
feels
getting to you.
like it's a
Kandros
ripoff.
wants strategies
Like
for
they're just
handling
ripping
the Kett.
themselves off.
I talked with Drac, putting ideas together. Expand our guerrilla tactics, get Angaran military advisors,
King
research
Color kind of flirt,
exaltation.
yep.
Just, I don't know. Wish your dad could give me his take.
Time to flirt.
We got this. We're back to back, shoulder to shoulder. Or whatever you like.
Nothing fazed you, does it? You always bounce back, smiling that smile. Like you know it's just what I need.
You're fun to tease. We make a great team.
You keep me grounded and focused. That's what I need. We match.
Us against Helios. Good odds.
Keep it professional.
I wish this could fix
Keep
everything.
my flirting professional.
Nasira, your father, they always had a plan I could follow. Without one, it's too easy for people to get hurt. Like now. The initiative's plans are shot, and people die because of it.
We're flying blind. It'll take years to put all the pieces back together.
Our biggest headache is the Kett. Work goes on, I guess.
I mean, the Reapers
Sarissa will have a
ultimately want to
strategy.
use the Milky Way.
Just need to find her and
yeah,
the other Asari.
the Milky Way to make more
It'll
of
be good to
themselves.
have certainty again.
I like her romance. Pretty straightforward. Yeah, I can see that. I've never actually even looked at her romance, other than I saw like the one critique that like her romance seemed to be her like love scene romance is like the best animated thing at launch. And that's probably because that was like the only scene that was
Back
handcrafted
again?
instead of left to algorithms to try
How's the
to
search for the
work
Asari
on
Ark
the
going?
face
Those
emotions.
Asari refugees were a real help. Now to find the survey ship they mentioned.
Any more Commando war stories?
I always liked Janae. She was only 200,
no time to be
and with me
professional.
around, she wasn't the kid anymore. She was a biotic protege. I once saw her yank an AA gun right off its housing. Crushed a gang of slavers with it.
Ouch.
They didn't feel it for long. Janae was a good friend.
It's always
Maybe she still is back there.
Maybe it is.
Won't be a kid now, though.
It always neat to like see these Asari commandos. We're sort of told that they're like the elite and they do all this super cool stuff, but we never get to actually see it. Like we face down Asari commandos in the first Mass Effect during one of the boss battles, and they're just nothing different than like regular stock enemies, just with biotics.
See you later, Cora.
I'll be here.
Probably they went through a lot of tissue boxes and lubricant, for that cutscene. Yep. Alright, who else is there to talk to? Go away, PD. Time to use my supercomputer to spy on everyone's location. That's cool. Yeah, I'm flirting with everyone, but that doesn't mean I actually want to romance everyone.
Hey yourself.
Question for you.
Shoot.
When all this craziness is over, you think you'll have kids?
Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm into you, Gil, but I'm not sure we're there yet.
You're into me, huh? Good. That's not what I'm talking
I guess I can
about.
still flirt with everyone.
The best friend I mentioned while I was
Although I
thrashing
might,
you
I might
at
need
poker.
to like turn it off.
She's
and,
starting the initiative's first repopulation
back
effort
on
at
when
Prodromos. It's
I
all she
talk
can
to,
talk about. It got me thinking.
talk
At the
to,
end of the day, this
Liam.
whole thing, the Andromeda initiative, we're basically here to spawn.
Yeah, that's
It took you
pretty
this
much
long
what
to
life
figure
is.
that
It's
out?
just making
I
more
told
of
you.
us.
I didn't really think this thing through. But nothing we do here really matters unless we survive. Jill's right. At some point soon, we better get busy making babies.
True enough.
Who knew this thing was just a glorified dating service? Eesh. The biological imperative is kind of a bummer.
You can still procreate. Yeah.
So you want to have a child of your own?
Hey,
I don't know. That's never been a thing for me. You know me.
that's not what
Whatever
it.
my gut
That's
says
not
in
what
the
it looked
moment,
like. I was
do.
gonna say.
I don't look back. My mom says that's how my dad was. I wouldn't know. His gut moved on before I was born.
In a way, that sounds like my dad.
Well, that's not fair.
Throwing more
He kept you
shade at
close. Made sure you and your sister came here with him. And he died for you.
Yes, but the other decisions he made kept him at a distance. That can be just as bad.
Yep.
I see that. Still, without our fathers, we wouldn't be here. They
Ew.
brought us into this world. Maybe that's enough. Thanks for talking, Ryder.
Oh, it's kind of gross when you say it that way. To spawn. That will make the game and comfy, yeah. So, like, budding? Are we gonna start budding? The gays know how to bud, right?
Would you mind taking a slight detour and dropping me back in the Milky Way?
What's the problem?
Little something I just heard about called exaltation.
Guess you should have read the fine print on the initiative brochure.
Or read it at all. I gotta start eating more protein and getting a full night's sleep. It'll take everything we got to get through this mess.
How's your friend Jill doing?
Good. Busy. Apparently, prepping multiple species for procreation is a lot of work. Who knew? Waiting to get it all started was killing her. Now she's being shot out of a cannon, so to speak.
Well, time to, trying to rev up all the, yeah, this is a glorified, yeah, I think this game in particular is more of a glorified, dating simulator. Honestly, I think that's sort of why I enjoy it. It's like, okay, just throw caution to the wind and just lean into what a lot of your true fans are there for, and just the dating sims. Although most of the true fans are pretty insufferable and very chuddy. But yeah, I'm just waiting. Like, honestly, I think if BioWare just buckled down and just did like one dating sim, like if all it was just like a visual novel or something, with maybe some light tangential plot to kind of keep the, I guess, the story going, without all the actual like gameplay shooting and bang bang and violence and stuff. I think they would probably make a pretty good game. Although I can just picture now, like most of the BioWare fanboys, oh my god, this game is so inclusive. There's a lot of SJW stuff in it, gay romances and stuff. Like, yes, but yeah, the thing that BioWare is known for, inclusivity, is a problem. Yeah, dating sims are cheaper to make and buy. Yeah, that's also true. They're pretty cheap. It's mostly like writing and art assets. Buddy, if you go back, well, who knows? BioWare's still working on that. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that too. I mean, Liara's there. Even though she could technically die at the very end.
Regale me with some poker wisdom.
Well, bluffing and reading players aside,
And I think even with
poker
the
is all about math. If the
even
odds
if
of
you
getting
didn't
the
have
card
her
you
in the
need
party
are greater than the
and
bet,
you have a low
make the
end
bet.
EMS, I think it's the implication still with like the Normandy escaping that everyone on the ship dies.
Good talking to you, Gil.
Anytime.
Excuse me. No, again, I think I brought this up in the past stream, but I do like the fact that they kind of cross that bridge. Oh. I'm not sure if you guys caught that. That's TV briefly in T-pose there. That is something I do... Oh, Vetra. Vetra's probably down here. That is at least something that they do at least address. That's like, well, like, the Chuds are probably like, oh, why would you bring gay people on like an arc? Because they're not going to procreate. Well, it's like, because they have the skills and there's other ways too. Like, you can still use them for genetic diversity if they want. They can donate their sperm, they can donate their eggs, they can lend their wombs if they wanted to. So, Vetra should be in here. Let's see what she has to say. Yes, the ship that is parked in front of the King Reaper. Yeah, and just flew off.
Looks like pictures of the exaltation chamber.
Yeah, the Kett are using some Angaran-made medical equipment. Could be a lead. I just want an edge on those Kett bastards. If they ever got their hands on Sid, I'd...
Oh, princess.
Well, imagine if it was Sarah.
I don't know what I'd do. We're all that's left of our family.
Same here. Sid was so little when our father left, and I was...
That is sort of foreshadowing.
Well,
he does get his hands on your incapacitated sibling.
I know what it's like to lose a parent. I've lost both now. Mom died before we left.
Our father didn't die. Or maybe he did.
I want to
We
hear
don't really
about the
know.
poker.
He just didn't come home. He was involved with some
King
bad
Color.
things. Bad people. Eventually,
I
caught up
already
to
did
him.
the poker game.
There
I
was
think
nowhere
there's
to run.
another poker game.
Not like a whole
I
new
didn't
galaxy.
cheat. I just played.
Is that why you came here?
When you're young and stupid, you make bad decisions.
Labor and
Piss off
binds.
the wrong people. That sort of thing never goes away. Not for you, not for the ones you care about. I don't want to not come home one day.
You're too tough.
Come on, you're strong, smart. It'll take a lot to keep you from coming home.
Strong, smart, but maybe just lucky. Luck runs out on you.
I won't.
Ew. Oh, did I make her blush?
I have a good feeling about you, Ryder. I should get back to work. Talk to my people, see if they've heard anything. Chat later?
Here. I don't think I'm gonna get the option to romance him or like flirt with him. We'll see.
Liam? You're working pretty hard.
All the time.
Hello there.
Started young.
The aliens
Smart
are more
little kid.
interesting than the humans.
Got
I
angry a
probably
lot.
would romance veteran exit. Yeah, it's
Side
true.
effect of giving a shit.
Honestly, so that's the other thing too. Unless it's like a human that's very adapted and so different because of like the whole sci-fi environment and being out in space and having like this completely different experience than what you would normally expect. Like, I really don't see the point of romancing someone, I guess for lack of better terms, plain, that you could probably find in other games too. Like, why not go for like the exotic and stuff? I mean, I can understand if you might also want to see how I guess the plain and the ordinary people adapt, like in a romance like that would adapt to like these odd and different circumstances. But I mean, personally, it's like, let's just go with the exotic, because I mean, I can get that, I can get plain and, you know, human at home. Who's this new guy? Leon. Everyone has no parents. Yeah. Actually, I'm trying to think. No parents. So, oh. Wait, what just happened there? Oh, what are you doing, Ryder? Did you fall? Okay, I'll just keep talking. Let's see. What's he doing? Did the cutscene keep playing? It looks like he's being tickled or something. Let's see, no parents. His parents are still alive, but they stayed back in the Milky Way, so his parents are probably dead. Vetra's parents are dead. Cora's parents, I don't think she mentions that they're dead, so they're probably still alive? I mean, when she left, maybe? Of course, 600 years later, they're definitely dead. Let's see, I don't think Suvi mentions her parents' like status, but I will assume they're also alive. Callow doesn't mention his parents. No way that Drek's parents are alive if he's almost at the end of a Krogan lifespan. Although he is a daddy in a way, he is taking care of like or looking after his adult granddaughter. Let's see. I mean, Joel, his mom is still alive. His biological mom and his household mothers. I mean, just not his dad. Lexi, no mention about her. Well, actually, no, she does mention her parents. She did mention her parents' history, that like her father was a bouncer and her mother was an exotic dancer at Omega. Though I'm not entirely sure if they're alive. And I think the implication too with that is that her father is like either a Krogan or maybe like a Batarian, like one of the tougher species, I think. I don't really recall though. Yeah, flirting is hard to. Flirting so hard it broke the game. Yep. I mean, unless they brought them on the Ark, they're very much dead. Yeah. No, Liam definitely says that his parents stayed behind. And I'm pretty sure everyone else's parents very much stayed behind, except for the ones that explicitly say that their parents are still here, which I think is none of them on the cruise ship. Honestly, I think that's also sort of a cheap way to kind of like, oh, let's not write more backstory and baggage and stuff. If anything, I think Ryder's the only one with family. Ryder, Vetra, and the closest, I guess, is Gil with Jill. I consider them like brother-sister BFFs. Side effect of giving a shit. Alright, need to talk.
Liam, what's going on?
We found that facility on Vold. Kicked them in the teeth. Great. But the Kett still what people are. Everyone should have a stake in that. So I reached out, trying to get resources moving in a real way, bridge that gap like I did with Jar. I can't get permission coming or going. The Nexus, Aya, everyone is all can't take risks with outsiders. I didn't come here so everyone could be goddamn outsiders.
Okay, so I'm liking this dialogue so far. You got some good thoughts there. This is really tearing you up. Maybe it was how you asked. We are outsiders. Can't represent everyone.
You're taking on a lot, making all of Helios your problem.
It is cool our problem. We're not going back. We have to make it work. I wanted this. Everything new. But eventually, it has to be normal. I need something familiar. Can I show you something? Did you bring anything from the Milky Way?
One or two things, but the weight limits were real strict.
Oh yeah, he brought a car.
That's why I made arrangements. It's a proper petrol burner.
Oh God.
20th century.
Why
British,
is it low res?
From when that mattered. My whole family worked on it together, weekends. Like those are a thing in space. Know what we did? Friends and Hustle set us up good. They borrowed us to transport right before I went into cryo. And me and my father and mother loaded our car into it and pointed it at Andromeda.
It's a nice gesture, but you know you won't see it again.
Oh, it's a couple million years away at standard light. The important thing is, it's coming. And always will be. I don't know what that means.
It means your family, the Angara, this team. We're all lucky you care so much.
I'll probably screw it up, Pathfinder.
Join the club. The screw-up started 600 years ago.
Truth. This will be home. It has to be. I won't let being outsiders stop that.
See, this conversation with Liam was great. Like, I enjoyed that. Where it's like he's usually pretty insufferable to me when I bring him out or in other conversations he can be a bit insufferable, but there when he was being genuine, I enjoyed that. Though, let's see. Because it's a picture ripped from Cars and Drivers, it means that you see a doctor after 46 hours. Yep. Yeah, well, I'm sure, you know, they have a history of stock photos, especially with Tali and her grand face reveal. But at the same time, I can't unsee all those stupid mods on Nexus Mod that are particularly geared towards Liam to make him better, which just makes him into a white character, which is just so fucking gross. Especially when scenes like that, where he's, like, being genuine, and he's also, I mean, showing off what he's got. Just the fact that, like, oh, let's make him better. It's not the writing that makes him cringe. It's the color of his skin and the fact that, I don't know, like, what the hell is that? Like, does he not add black enough? Is that the problem? Or do you just not like the fact that he's black? It's like, it has to be that. No matter what you say in the Nexus comments that, oh, this isn't whitewashing, oh, this isn't racist. And, that's just so gross. Like, that's the BioWare community for you, I guess. That's just so gross. Another rational dub. I have returned from somewhat lurking. Oh no, yeah, so there's a lot of appearance mods changes and stuff. Like, I have a couple of them. They're mostly just to give them, like, actual armor instead of having them run around in, like, rather armorless looking clothes. But there's so many like issues with like a lot of the I take a lot of issues with a lot of the appearance mods there, because it's a lot of like changing the female's hair, which is fine if you wanted like if you wanted your character model to have like different hair than what's available in the character creator, that's great. But a lot of it is changing the other women's appearances to make them look sexier, because their default appearances are not what you would like. Like a lot of people take issue with Korra's haircut, that like I don't know how to best describe it. It sort of looks like a Karen haircut, but I like it. It makes her look badass. Or like Suvi, who looks rather disheveled, but those are things that are part of their characters. But the fact that the people would remove them and like put more makeup on them, make them doll them up, like to I guess like I guess that's the thing I was trying to get to in previous rants is it's one thing when it's like your personal preference to make, you know, what you find attractive, but it's another when it's like you have to you make the characters conform to what you think like a woman should look like. You know, they should look really feminine and pretty with long hair and makeup, instead of like what's presented here. And I guess that's what I was trying to get at, because a lot of the complaints and when this game came out is like, oh, the women look ugly, they're not pretty. This is like SJW because they're trying to be all inclusive as to, I guess, like, you know, women can be ugly too or something. And then of course there was Liam. Like a lot of like Liam's things is to change some of his hair, which is I guess okay. Like, but I'm like his hair I think is kind of like part of his character. A lot of the characters' appearances are part of their character. Like Garrus, I wouldn't change much about Garrus. I mean, other than maybe like if I wanted to look at his face a little better, take I'm pretty sure there's mods to take the little monocle off, or like put him in casual wear. Like I don't take them as much umbrage with PB's mods that remove her like face paint off, just because they, you know, people want to like be able to look at her face better, or maybe find like the face paint distracting. I prefer to leave it on because it's like, well, that's part of her character. I guess she chooses to dress up like that. I mean, chooses as much as like a character's actually written in stories. Getting to the black hair seems problem. Oh, getting the black hair right seems to be a problem with game designers. Yeah, that's true. That's also true. I mean, you can also see it as like, oh, he's black, let's give him some like dreadlock looking haircut. I mean, I'm not entirely sure if he says that he's from New Zealand, and I really don't know like what the culture for like people of Afro descent in New Zealand is. Like, if I don't know, I guess if he would represent that part of the culture in New Zealand accurately or not, like I would have no idea. But like I try not to make judgments on his skin color, and it's just so gross that a lot of the make him better, it's just literally swapping him out for a different character. There's mods to swap him out with the default writer. There's mods to swap him out with like some generated white character model. It's just so gross to me, especially like when just talking to him like right here, especially when you're supposed to, he's I guess meant to show off sex appeal. It's like, oh, like I can't be sexually attracted to a black person because they're black, so I'll just replace him with a white one. I know I'm probably harping too much on that, but it's just something that puts me off. I think it speaks a lot like on I don't know if these people who make these mods are BioWare fans. I would assume they are if they put the effort into making a mod. Especially since I think modding in Frostbite is rather difficult. It's just something that bothers me. I guess it's just like cultural and racial erasure. But I'm disappointed you don't see a lot of like Hispanic characters in Mass Effect. Although I guess like James Vega was supposed to be Hispanic, I guess. And he does. I mean, as Hispanic as in just like throws in random Spanish words. And I think what's his name? Who's coming up? He's also a romance interest. I think he's supposed to be Hispanic or Spanish. Let me see. So I'm gonna shut the game off really quick and like relaunch it with the mods on to see if like a dialogue changes with the all romance option, so we can flirt with him a bit, especially when he's shirtless, because why not? Where are you? Where are you, Watcher? Ah, I'm pretty sure it's staring at me somewhere on my desktop and I'm just not seeing it. Oh, now it's launched. Hang on too, I need to change something. Three, my mod. Launch. Alright, it's launching. It's got to load the mods. Applying mods. Filling up the bar. Applying. Let me make sure that it's on. It'll actually play the same. Oh. What's up? Get my chat things back up. Alright, so let's see if his dialogue's any different. Mexican American, although in Mass Effect North America, Canada, Mexico, and US are one nation. Yeah, there's like they have like something, they start off as something similar as to like the European Union with the North American Union. Yeah, I feel like his backstory too mentions something about a beach. And it could be wrong. He grew up somewhere with there's beach. The music matches the game in that it seems to lead into something more, and it never really does. Yeah. It's sort of like, it's coming. It's coming. Just like the Quarian arc. Let's see. Let's load up that save. I get respec skills. I don't think that's been introduced. I see the facial thing. So let's talk to Liam again.
You're working pretty hard.
All the time. Started young.
Watching do
smart little
push-ups.
Got angry a lot.
Is this racist? I know.
Side effect of giving a shit.
Vega, San Diego. That does make sense. Although, like Jacob and Liam. Jacob liked to do push-ups. Let's make Liam do push-ups.
We found that facility on Vold. Kicked them in the teeth.
I guess. I don't think that's a race thing. It's more of like,
Everyone should have a stake in that.
This is supposed to be the male human
So I reached
character
out,
that the women are
trying
supposed
to get resources moving
like,
in a real way,
and found
bridge that gap
attractive.
like I did with Joe.
What can we do that women
I can't get
would
permission
love?
coming or
I know
going.
women
The
love men
Nexus,
who are physically fit
everyone
and
is
do
all,
push up
can't
and
take
work
risks
out.
with
So
outsiders.
let's make our care like let's
I
make
didn't
them
come here so
be
everyone could
working
be
out and doing
goddamn
exercise and
outsiders.
stuff. I also know. I was
You're
expecting a
taking on a
romance off
lot.
there.
Making all...
Let's see. We'll skip some of this
Can I?
dialogue.
Did you bring anything from the Milky Way? My whole family and me and my father and mother loaded our car into it. I don't know what that means.
Oh, there we go. So I need some. You need someone. So do I. Oh. Huh, that's odd. The usually there's subtitles that show up even if the audio doesn't play. And I would have read those out loud. So I'm not entirely sure what they just said. And I assume that the reaction button would have leaned in for a kiss. But I don't, again, I don't want to like kind of change the character's sexuality, because I know he's not into men. So just like a friendly
Pathfinder.
platonic
Sorry
head,
if things
like,
got strange
head
last time we
bumping
talked.
Huddle.
You're the first person I told about all that. It felt really good.
Ooh. Let's see. You can count on me, Casa, anytime.
Starting to feel like I could. Maybe we could spend some time off ship just doing stuff. Like visiting Aya. I've got some things I'd like your eyes on. No rush. Unlike everything else.
I think you can like confirm relationships and stuff. So it's like if we end up falling into like a...
Got a minute? I'm in the biolab.
Yes, I already talked to you. So if I run into like a situation where I fall into like a romance quest with someone, I'll just like, nah, I don't think it's a good idea. I was just joking. That's just me and personality. I'm flirty with everyone. You guys all know that.
Why can't you just ask her yourself?
It's just your captain's quirk.
Because.
Oh.
Because. Fine. Lexi, PB wants to look at job scans.
PB knows I can't divulge patient information.
Oh.
Useless.
Ew. I'm not the only one that's curious about Joel. Although I'm wondering, I think the real implication though is maybe she sees a connection between the Renvent and the Angara. But it could also be a lewd reason. See what he's got under the hood. Alright. I always forget to talk to Sam, so let's go chat with Sam.
Hello, Ryder. Exploring the Exaltation facility brings a Solarian quote to mind. We uplifted desperate souls into weapons, and know not what we destroyed.
That's a fair description of Exaltation.
I have changed since we linked, but I am still myself. Exaltation takes personhood and overwrites it, destroys it. I already understood that such destruction is wrong. Now, through you, I know why it is abhorrent.
How are those jokes coming, Sam?
Why is it so hard to find a good steak?
I don't know, Sam.
Because it's a rare, medium, well done.
How are those jokes coming, Sam?
I am formulating a new one.
Okay.
Thanks, Sam. Nothing more.
Yes. Oh. Sam's dad jokes.
Callow, settle down.
If this isn't a good reason to get excited.
What's up? You guys aren't fighting, are you?
Why would I fight with my best friend?
Best friend? Oh, Callow. Callow's very excited about a report I received from EOS. It's good news. The radiation levels are steadily dropping.
Your outpost Prodromos is really going to make it. When do you want to head back?
We could go,
Oh,
but we need to balance our priorities.
This is like a...
Why?
Just saying, if I'd created a thriving community in a brand new galaxy, I'd want to visit.
Just wait till they put in the beach and the water slide.
It's too bad we don't see
you're just
them
playing with
come
me.
off this ship.
So
I don't think I've
radiation
ever
levels are
seen...
down. More to explore?
Yes, but there's been a rise in Kett activity as well.
Figures that we're not the only ones
I
to
think it's
benefit
just
from
a
the
game
planet's
telling you,
improvement.
hey, you can go back to
Might
other
be
planets
nice
and
to
there'll
see
be
how it's
more side
doing.
quests.
Almost
Stuff
like a
to do.
vacation.
Almost. Maybe we'll head back at some point.
Well, you're the
Which
boss.
I already sort of
Just say
did.
the word.
I might do some of the other side quests in over there, like off stream, just because they're long and grindy. See any new emails? A message from Vol. Intel on Kett. From Rylus. Greetings, Pathfinder. My name is Rylus. I serve the Angara Resistance. Some of our scouts have returned with interesting information about the Kett that I'm certain will intrigue you. I will wait for you on Vol. Please come soon. Stress test. From Tylo. Hello, writer. Quite the rescue. The Tempest isn't intended for these kinds of missions, but she is performing splendidly. Not that I encourage you to risk your life for stress tests or anything, still well done. I spoke to the Moshai when I happened past the medbay. She left an impression, I must say. Patient but remarkably driven. It's easy to see how she withstood the pressures of torture and that place. Yeah, sometimes I wonder what my people could do with a bit more time to be patient. Kylo. Should be sleeping, but from Gil. Worked 42 hours straight, ship's humming, called it quits to get a little shut-eye, but I'm wide awake here. I figured I used the time to practice my poetry. Didn't know I practiced poetry? Neither did I. Probably because I don't, but here goes. Helios, are you healing us? Or will we regret ever coming because the Kett are forever bumming our space? Wait a minute. Is that actually good, or has the analytical sphere of my brain fallen asleep? No, that wasn't very good. Maybe keep working on that. Never mind, Gil. You know how I'm out here searching for me true purpose. I'm not entirely sure if that's a typo or if that's supposed to be purposeful. Yeah, poetry ain't. Helios, are you healing us? Sheesh. Okay, so he recognizes that was bad. That's probably like he wrote it, fell asleep, and then woke up and read it. It's like, oh no, this is terrible. I've done that before when I've like written something, you know, had some rest, come back, reread it, and like, I'm gonna fix some of this. From Liam, thanks for reading. From Liam, enough said. Costa. That last talk. From Vetra. Writer, thanks for listening to me. I hope I didn't come across whiny. Could my life have been different? Sure. I could have had a dad, a mom, a rigid upbringing, and great prospects in the Turian civil service, with stiff collars and the yes sirs to go along. But what I'm saying is, difference is not always better. I don't regret anything, or what I've done to get where I am. Don't regret coming here either. Vetra. About Liam's movie night. From Subi. Dear writer, I heard what Liam's planning. It seems like a great idea, even if things are unsettled at the moment. I love to help out. Stop by when you can. So yeah, the movie thing doesn't really happen towards the end, which kind of makes it seem like, oh yeah, we're definitely gonna have that movie night. We definitely unwind together. And it just happens once, and that's like towards the end of the game. Alright.
The swelling has gone down significantly, and I seem to be able to talk normally again.
Good. Keep me updated. And remember,
Cool food and liquid only. Nothing spicy.
Thank you, Lexi.
Is there something wrong? Did you hurt yourself?
Oh, it's nothing. I'm just getting over some inflammation of the soft tissues of the mouth. It was dramatic, but ultimately non-threatening.
What?
Have you ever heard of the Lick test? Back before scanners were portable, Earth scientists would employ this test in the field. They used it to tell rocks from fossils and get a basic idea of their mineral composition.
You licked a rock, didn't you?
I was distracted and forgot it was a Helios rock. I do it unconsciously. When I was little, my father and I would go on expeditions. The Lick test was a huge part of it. He made science fun for me. Your mother was something of a scientist, wasn't she?
She specialized in biotics research. Got her start in medicine.
I read all about her research, and your father's. AI and implants. They achieved so much in so little time. Sam is an astounding achievement. I left my parents back home. They told me they were proud of me, and then lived out their lives while I slept.
Oh. Let's see what happens if I go with this. You're not alone. If you think that means you're alone, you're wrong.
Thank you. You saying that means the world to me. I'll take comfort in the people I've met here. And if you ever need me, I'm here for you too.
Yeah, it won't get to that now.
Liam says he's planning a movie night.
That's the idea.
He's putting it off because it didn't seem right after seeing the exaltation facility. But now there's a delay. I had a thought. Every vid's better with snacks, right? I found an Angaran recipe for these little morsels you can make from a local Helios plant, but it's rare and...
You want me to look for one?
Oh, would you? I'd love to, be social and things.
I think, I really think this plant, too, if I recall, is just literally just
Kett
littered
genetics
around
defies
the,
everything we know. They're bits of different species, and yet all Kett. It's bizarre, horrifying, fascinating.
I think this plant is just
all at
littered
once.
around the city. Just, like, growing out of, like, their potteries and stuff.
Just think. While you're poking around in their genetics, they're probably doing the same with ours.
Huh. Wonderful. That's me never sleeping again.
I should get back to things.
Sounds good.
The mannequin. To be fair, the lick test is a real thing. Yeah, it is. Oh, I'm not like a stranger to doing like using other like less senses than or other just senses than my eyes and stuff to like when I look at like dogs and stuff at work to like determine illnesses and stuff like you smell off, dog. Also, like something most people don't really realize is that you can also kind of tell when a dog's older by the way their skin feels. But it's sort of hard to describe. It's like they get more dandruffy and their skin gets thinner. It has a certain feel to it. And of course, it doesn't always hold true for every single dog. That seems to be like a common thing, though, for most dogs.
You can't just undo 10 hours of work.
I had to. Your revamp risks power imbalance between decks, something we solved back home.
It's twice as efficient. Just because it doesn't match your sainted specs.
And now it does. As you say, deal with it.
Callow.
I know, just... please don't let this distract you. What can I do for you?
What do you think of the rest of the crew?
I don't think he said
No.
that.
If I gossip anymore, I'll get in trouble.
Tell me something else about the ship.
O'Connell, our systems designer?
Yeah, he keeps saying
For 2
the same
days.
story.
Poor O'Connell. You know where I'll... What can I do for you?
I'll let you...
Okay, so I think that's everyone.
least we managed to save the Moshai.
I only wish we could have saved more.
I mean, we did choose not to destroy it, so we saved a lot more than we would have. Okay, let's develop some weapons. Let's see, is there anything I'm using? Wasn't I using the, I think I'm using the Falcon Assault Rifle. Great, is that what I got equipped? Oh no, I'm using the Valkyrie. Also work on like crafting weapons later. I don't think I should need these right now. Of course, we gotta have our fabulous purple spacesuit. Honestly, I think it is also the best armor. The other weapon I use is the gauntlet thingy. Three weapon mods. Like, I'll do a lot of this later. What time is it? I gotta start getting ready for work, so... Where does the game lock?
Old orbit is steady.
Okay, so it wants me to head back to Aya. Now, there's more stuff to do there to, like, help increase the viability. I'm not entirely sure if it'll send me back there, because I might need to increase the viability some more. But we can do that later. Now everyone's gonna be happy with this.
Stars and skies light our way.
Stars and skies light our way.
She knows how to play to a crowd.
She's the Moshai.
Still doesn't tell us what that really means.
Welcome.
Just get some idea of what it is.
I never thought I'd see it again.
She's like a figurehead, like an educator slash
Without the
religious figure.
resistance and the Pathfinder,
But she isn't like
I
a
wouldn't be
formal,
here.
like... It's not like she's an elected official or a king or something, or a priestess. It's sort of like a mix. Sort of just like... But not quite a celebrity.
We made a good team.
We freed more than just the Moshai. But we had to leave the enemy fortress intact.
We have a lot to talk about.
I promised to lead the Pathfinder to Aya's vault.
You're still recovering. Take your time. I'm not going anywhere.
Not without our help.
I'll prepare the vault for your arrival. A shuttle will bring you to me when it's ready.
Thank you, Moshai.
We've been alone against the Kett for too long. You've proven it doesn't have to be that way. It's time we discussed an alliance between our people.
We're happy to make room for you on the Nexus.
We'll provide an embassy here as well. Our
Hey,
city is open to
diplomacy.
you. Join us.
Well done, Joel. Report for reassignment.
I need to stay with the Pathfinder.
Joel has already become a valued member of my crew.
Of course he has. I see the benefit. Request granted.
I need to file a mission
That
report.
was easy.
Don't leave Aya without me.
It's just like that exasperated, like, look, of course. Like, it's like Joel is like his best, oh, look. Why the hell doesn't, like, the Nexus have, like, a little quick travel system? Even though, like, they have had one in, like, the past Citadel, but there's no, like, little rapid shuttle thingies. just like disaster. Of course, you're like a great operative, but of course you want to go off and do your own thing.
Use the nav point. Find Keldo and the supplies. I'll be here.
Or maybe he's jealous that he gets to be diplomatic with the humans and learn about their ways. Their very thirsty ways. Let's just go ahead and go with the cutscene right here, and then we'll probably call the stream with the vault. There's no puzzle jumping or anything here, because I assume that the Moshai is already like has easy access to it, and apparently she's the only one who knows how to get there.
I haven't brought anyone here in over 20 years. There's always been an active display for Aya, but we could never affect it.
Let's see what we can do. Sam?
I brought the Deus Ex Machina.
Yes, this is new. Is it similar to the vault on Eos? Tell me, what are you seeing?
I think what we need to figure out is what's different.
What?
Tell me, what do you see?
The vaults. They're a network, as you discovered. However,
They're not connected to each other, but to this place.
this image was on a relic the Archon showed me. He called it Meridian. And it looks like Aya's vault is the only one that's fully connected to it.
And it's terraforming. Doing what it was meant to do.
The vault on Eos is also present, but changed. Our interfacing with it has affected its connection.
What do you think, Professor?
I think that Meridian is the control center for all the vaults.
Thank you. This is unbelievable. If we can get to Meridian, maybe we can turn everything on from there. Make Helios live.
Wait, Ryder. The Archon knows where it is. He's already been there.
What? Where? Meridian?
Of course. That's why he tortured me. He thought I could help him use it.
Because he can't. Meridian is my people's best chance for survival. We have to take it from him.
Agreed. Such power in the hands of such evil could mean the end of your people. And mine.
Yes, I'll give it all I got. Gotta make him sorry. I'll fight for everyone.
No one is safe as long as he's on this hunt. I'm going to shut it down, for all our sakes.
You're going to need that relic I saw. The Resistance might have intel on the whereabouts of Archon's ship.
Oh.
I'll talk to Ephra and secure his full cooperation. Meet me there.
So I believe this is where we start Oh wow. It's like, I feel like this plot's already progressing quicker than I recall. That's probably because the game's filled with so much filler and side quests and stuff, because I feel like from here, we do a thing, and then we get to the Archon's ship, which is actually, in possession of the Solarian arc. And then from there, we go to Meridian, and then, shit hits the fan, and endgame stuff happens. And then we find another, like, thingy, which is like a Dyson sphere or something. So yeah, like, this plot's starting to feel like a lot smaller and quicker now than I remember from my first playthrough, but that's because my first playthrough, I spent a lot of time on the ice planet and tried to get its viability up and stuff. But that's what I'll have to call the end of the stream. I gotta start getting ready to head off to work. Thank you everyone who stopped by. The Rational Dove, Mannequin, Lessons Learned. I saw the King Color over on YouTube. Thank you for hanging out with me. I should be back tomorrow morning. Hopefully for a little longer stream if I don't get distracted with the Final Fantasy X streams. Also check out the Rational Dub and the Mannequin and Lessons Learned. They're also content creators and streamers on Twitch. If you don't have a follow with them already, they put out really good content. But thank you everyone for hanging out. I'll see if there's someone to raid over on Twitch, and call it a stream. Let's see. How much Twitch? Doesn't study. Looks like they're streaming music. Let's give them a grade. Alright. Thank you everyone for hanging out with me. Have a good day.